Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudire Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Timbhakata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiti. So continuing with the discussion on Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila, chapter 10, the trunk branches and sub-branches of the Chaitanya tree. Text 84, we were studying the purport. So in the middle of the purport, we left yesterday. In the Madhya Lila, chapter 20, the device adopted by Sanatana Goswami to get free from government service is described. He served a notice of sickness to the Nawab, the Muslim governed, but actually he was studying Srimad Bhagavatam with Brahmins at home. The Nawab received information of this through a royal physician and immediately went to see Sanatana Goswami to discover his intentions. And actually this is what had happened after meeting with Goswami. So after meeting Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Goswami, Sanatana Goswami and Anupam, they just resigned from the service. And Sanatana Goswami did not resign, he just said, I'm sick, I cannot come. And as Prabhupada said, he was studying Srimad Bhagavatam at home with the Brahmins. So Nawab tried to find out what is this happening. All three brothers are gone right out all of a sudden. So his physician told him, Sanatana Goswami is not sick, he is at home, he is studying Bhagavatam. So Nawab came himself to the house of Sanatana Goswami in Ramkeli. Of course, here Prabhupada did not mention, it is mentioned later on in the Madhya Lila. Although Nawab is a Muslim king, Yavan, when he entered the house of Sanatana Goswami and all the Brahmins stood up to receive him as a matter of respect. The question is, why all these Goswamis and Brahman had to get up for a Muslim guy? No, that Muslim is his religion or caste or whatever. The reason they got up because the scripture says the king is a representative of God. So we have to give the proper respect from our side. And now what is he doing and what he is not, that's up to him. So even Sanatana Goswami got up to receive. Nawab requested Sanatana Goswami to accompany him on an expedition to Odisha. But when Sanatana Goswami refused, the Nawab ordered that he be imprisoned. And Sanatana Goswami did say, Nawab said, you're like my younger brother. How you can leave your older brother like this? And Sanatana Goswami said, I'm not going to work anymore. If you want to imprison me, you can imprison me. I don't mind. When Rupa Goswami left home, but Rupa and Anupam could leave. Sanatana Goswami was the only one who was put in jail. So when Rupa Goswami left home, he wrote a note for Sanatana Goswami informing him of some money that he had entrusted to a local grocer. So Rupa Goswami, now they were rich, they were ministers, prime minister and finance minister in the kingdom of Nawab Hussain Shah. And when Rupa Goswami, it is said, when he retired, he had so much money, a boat load of gold coins, big boat, full of gold coins. That much money he had. And Prabhupada mentioned over there that Rupa Goswami gave 50% of that money to the Brahmins, 25% to the relatives, and 25% he kept for himself for emergency purposes. And out of that 25%, I think he gave 10,000 coins to the local grocer for Sanatan Goswami's release. And Rupa Goswami left for Vrindavan. So Sanatan Goswami took advantage of this money to bribe the jailkeeper and get free from detention. So Sanatan Goswami was given the note, as Prabhupada said. He wrote a note that the money is there, so try to get yourself released. So Sanatan Goswami knew Nawab Hussain Shah was in Odisha, and so the jailkeeper, he offered him some bribe. He said, "Take some money and let me go, release me." And the jailkeeper was, no, I cannot let you go. I'll be punished. Sanatan Goswami gave him some more money, offered him some more money. And he said, actually, I'm gonna go to Hajj. So you'll get lots of pious credit if I go to Hajj because of you, if I can go. And the jailkeeper said, and Sanat Goswami, see, you're such a pious soul, because he was the prime minister for such a long time. He knew how to deal with people. And still the jailkeeper was hesitant. Sanatan Goswami gave him some more money. And he said, okay, you tell Nawab that I went to take bath in the river, and I jumped in the river with the shackles and I drowned that night. And he'll believe it. And jailkeeper got money and he let go of Sanatan Goswami. And then Prabhupada says, then he left for Banaras to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, bringing with him only one servant whose name was Ishan. And Ishan, although Sanatan Goswami, now he had get rid of all the money. He was fully dependent on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Krishna. So when he took this servant, Ishan had 9 gold coins with him. Just for emergency, because he wanted to make sure Sanatan Goswami reached Banaras properly. On the way, they stopped at a sarai or a hotel. And when the hotel keeper found out that Ishan had some gold coins with him, he planned to kill both Sanatan Goswami and Ishan to take away the gold coins. So actually that hotel owner, he had an astrologer. So these guys were somehow fully trained. So astrologer used to figure out how much money particular person was carrying. And at night, they would kill that person, the traveler, and take away money. So that was a hotel owner's business. So Sanatan Goswami, when he went there with Ishan, so astrologer told hotel owner that Ishan has 9 gold coins. Such a great astrologer, actually. How could he tell 9 gold coins, exact figure? Here, these days, astrologers cannot even tell anything. But anyway, he was misusing his power of doing astrology. So the hotel owner was very courteous to Sanatan Goswami and Ishan. Oh, please come. You're such a great soul, and arranged the room and nice meal. And Sanatan Goswami, when he went to the room, he said, there are no such things as free lunch. So he asked Ishan, are you carrying some gold coins? Because that person is treating us so nicely. It must be, something must be there. So Ishan said yes, but he lied. He said, yes, I'm carrying 8 gold coins. Sanatan Goswami said, you crazy? Why are you carrying this death knell with us? Why? Anybody can kill us for these gold coins. So Sanatan Goswami immediately went to the hotel owner. And he said, oh, my servant was carrying 8 gold coins, so please take these 8 gold coins. So hotel owner was kind of ashamed. He said, well, actually my astrologer told that you're carrying 9 gold coins and I was going to kill you at night and take the gold coins. But now since you yourself are giving me, I don't want to, you keep them, you stay here, and then tomorrow, whenever you want, you can leave. Sanatan Goswami said, see, if you don't take these gold coins, somebody else will kill us and take. So might as well you keep them. So this is what Prabhupada says. Later, Sanatan Goswami saw that although the hotel keeper did not know them, he was being especially attentive to their comfort. Therefore, he concluded that Ishan was secretly carrying some money and that the hotel owner was aware of this and therefore planned to kill them for it. Upon being questioned by Sanatan Goswami, Ishan admitted that he indeed had money with him. And immediately Sanatan Goswami took the money and gave it to the hotel keeper, requesting him to keep them, help them get through the jungle. Thus, with the help of the hotel owner, who was also the chief of the thieves of that territory, Sanatan Goswami crossed over to Hasipur mountains, which are presently known as Hazaribags. So anyway, so Ishan had 9, so he gave 8 gold coins to the hotel owner. And as Prabhupada said, Sanatan Goswami requested hotel owner so that they let them go and provide stuff for that so they can reach Banaras safely. So on the way, Sanatan Goswami said, hotel owner said to Ishan, the hotel owner said 9 gold coins and you said you had 8. What's the deal here? Ishan said, well, I'm still carrying 1 gold coin, just in case something happens and we can cross. Sanatan Goswami said, I'm trying to fully surrender. You don't understand the meaning of surrender. So you better go back. Take your gold coin, go back to Ramkeli. I'm going to go alone. So when he crossed over these Hazaribagh mountains or Hazipur mountains, he then met his brother-in-law Shrikant, who requested that he stay with him. So that was somewhere before Banaras. Sanatan Goswami refused, but before they parted, Shrikant gave him a valuable blanket. It will get cold here, it's not the same as Bengal. So you better take a blanket. So anyway, somehow or other, Sanatan Goswami reached Varanasi and met Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the house of Chandrasekhar. By the order of the Lord, Sanatan Goswami was cleanly shaved. Okay, before that. So Sanatan Goswami went and he just sat outside the boundary of Chandrasekhar's house. Now Mahaprabhu knew that Sanatan Goswami has come. So he sent Chandrasekhar out. He said, see, some sadhu has come. Chandrasekhar went out. Then Sanatan Goswami, because he was walking for so many days, he had a long beard, long hair, and he was just sitting there. So Chandrasekhar went back into the house. He said, there is no sadhu, there is only one darvish sitting here. Darvish means the Muslim walking saint, kind of, or a pilgrim. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that is Sanatan Goswami, bring him in. So Chandrasekhar came out and took Sanatan Goswami in. And Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very happy to see him, but he didn't like his beard and long hair, so he asked him to be shaved. By the order of the Lord, Sanatan Goswami was cleanly shaved and his dress changed to that of a mendicant or Babaji. He put on old garments of Tapan Mishra and took prasadam at the house of Maharashtrian Brahman. Then in discourses with Lord Chaitanya, the Lord himself explained everything about devotion service to Sanatan Goswami. So even before that, Sanatan Goswami, Mahaprabhu, although Sanatan Goswami shaved and changed into that Babaji Vesh, he was still carrying that expensive blanket that his brother-in-law Shrikant gave. And whenever Sanatan Goswami noticed, whenever he would go see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu would look at his blanket. He wouldn't say anything, but he would just look at his blanket. Then I don't like it, kind of. So Sanatan Goswami understood. So he went to take bath at Ganges. So in Ganges bank, there was a beggar, and carrying an old torn up blanket. Sanatan Goswami said, "Can you exchange your blanket with mine?" And beggar thought this Babaji is joking. Who gives up his nice new blanket? And Sanatan, no, 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 I'm not joking. I want your blanket. So they exchanged the blankets. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he saw this, he was very happy. He advised Sanatan Goswami to write books on devotional service, including a book of direction for Vaishnava activities, and to excavate the lost places of pilgrimage in Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him his blessings to do all this work, and also explained to Sanatan Goswami the import of the Atmaram verse from 61 different angles of vision. 61. And all these 61 explanations were different from what he spoke. I think he spoke 9 different explanations to Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya on this Atmaram. Amazing. Only the Lord can do that. Sanatan Goswami went to Vrindavan by the main road, and when he reached Mathura, he met Subhuti Rai. Then he returned to Jagannath Puri through Jharikhanda, the Madhya Pradesh jungle. At Jagannath Puri, he decided to give up his body by falling down beneath a wheel of the Jagannath Rath. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu saved him. So we know that story. While walking through Jharikhanda forest, he drank some water and he developed this sores with oozing pus, wet sores. And Mahaprabhu would embrace him, and those pus would touch the body of Mahaprabhu, and Sanatan Goswami could not take it. So he wanted to give up his body, commit suicide. And Mahaprabhu said, if by committing suicide, if I can attain Krishna Prem, I'm ready to commit suicide hundreds of times. But this is not how we attain Krishna Prem. So he stops, and then he just completely fixed his body. Then Sanatan Goswami met Haridas Thakur and heard about the disappearance of Anupam, his younger brother. Sanatan Goswami later described the glories of Haridas Thakur. Sanatan observed the etiquette of Jagannath temple by going along the beach to visit Lord Chaitanya, although it was extremely hot due to the sun. So he did not go to that place, Tota Gopinath, from the front gate of Lord Jagannath temple, because he himself thought, I had become Muslim, almost become Muslim, and all these Pandavas are coming in and out, serving Lord Jagannath, and if my even shadow touches them, they will get contaminated. This is the humility. And he walked on the sand, he walked at the beach, the hot sand, and then reached Tota Gopinath temple. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, which path did you take? Because his feet had blisters. And he explained. Mahaprabhu was very happy actually by seeing this humility. And he cured his blisters, cured all the pus, oozing sores, so everything. He requested Jagadanand Pandit to give him permission to return to Vrindavan. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu praised the character of Sanatana Goswami, and he embraced Sanatana, accepting his body as spiritual. Sanatana Goswami was ordered by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to live at Jagannath Puri for 1 year. When Sanatana Goswami returned to Vrindavan after that time, he again met Rupa Goswami, and both brothers remained in Vrindavan to execute the orders of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. The place where Sri Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami formerly lived has now become a place of pilgrimage. It is generally known as Gupta Vrindavan or Hidden Vrindavan, and is situated about 8 miles south of English Bazaar. English Bazaar. Or actually English Temple, Angrez Mandir. There, the following places are still visited: the temple of Shri Madan Mohan Deity, the Keli Kadamba tree under which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Sanatan Goswami at night, and Rup Sagar, a large pond excavated by Shri Rup Goswami. A society named Ram Keli Sanskar Samiti was established in 1924 to repair the temple and renovate the pond. So much detail Prabhupada gives. तार मध्य रूप सनातन बड़ शाखा अनुपम जीव राजेंद्रादि उपशाखा. Okay. Among these branches, Rupa and Sanatan were principal, Anupam, Jiva, and others headed by Rajendra were their sub-branches. In the Gaur Gunadesh Deepika, it is said Srila Jiva Goswami was formerly Vilas Manjari Gopi. From his very childhood, Jiva Goswami was greatly fond of Srimad Bhagavatam. So, Prabhupada talks. Has already spoken about Rupa and Sanatan, now he talks about Jiva Goswami. He later came to Navadvip to study Sanskrit, and following in the footsteps of Sri Nityanand Prabhu, he circumambulated the entire Navadvip Dham. After visiting Navadvip Dham, he went to Benares to study Sanskrit under Madhusudan Vachaspati, and after finishing his studies in Benares, he went to Vrindavan and took shelter of his uncles Shri Rupa and Sanatan. This is described in the Bhakti Ratnakar. Actually, Nityanand Prabhu had already unmanifested his pastimes. So Jiva Goswami, I'm forgetting who he went along with to do this Navadvip Dham Parikrama. So it is said he followed in the footsteps of Sri Nityanand Prabhu, and he circumambulated the entire Navadvip Dham. I'm forgetting who took him. I have to find out. So then he went to Banaras, studied Sanskrit, and then went to Vrindavan. This is described in Bhakti Ratnakar. As far as our information goes, Srila Jiva Goswami composed and edited at least 25 books. And the list is given here. But of all the acharyas, Srila Jiva Goswami was the most profound acharya who had given, I think he had given 2 lakh shlokas, 200,000 shlokas in all his books. Nobody has given that many. After the disappearance of Srila Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami in Vrindavan, Srila Jiva Goswami became the acharya of all the Goswamis of all the Vaishnavas in Bengal, Odisha, and rest of the world. And it is he who used to guide them in the devotional service. In Vrindavan, he established the Radha Damodar temple, where after retirement, we had the opportunity to live from 1962 until 1965, when we decided to come to the United States of America. So this Prabhupada is writing about it. So Radha Damodar temple, where Jiva Goswami, and then it was established by Jiva Goswami, but the main deity is Radha Damodar. It is said they were hand-carved by Rupa Goswami himself. Can we imagine? And this Radha Damodar temple, Prabhupada said, this is the hub of the spiritual world. This is the center, the hub wheel of the hub of the wheel is where the whole wheel rotates. So he said, this is the hub of universal spiritual world. And all the 6 Goswamis would meet over there and discuss Krishna Katha. So I guess I can stop here, and Prabhupada has given some more information about the Goswami. We'll take it up tomorrow. So see, anybody has any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, please accept my humble question. Prabhuji, which verse we ended actually? I joined late, so.
85, 1085.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji.
We are in the middle of the purport.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so we'll stop here. You all have a safe and wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Shri Prabhupada.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Jai
Prabhuji.
Shri Ram.